It's time for Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ. Rebel Sports is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Rich School District, Town of Randolph, Evanston Regional Hospital, Come On In, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, T7 Propane, Station on Main, Stacy's Repair, Ellingford Brothers, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, Jimmy John's, Dr. McKay Frankum, Crawford Trough, Woodruff Corner Store, Our Bakery, Mound Valley Cattle Company, and the town of Garden City.
Hello, football fans, and welcome out here to Mountain View, Wyoming. We're going to start your Ellingford Brothers pregame show. I'm Cullen Pace with my broadcast colleague here, Rob Leifson. So we're going to go into a quick commercial break here, and we will be right back.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We're going through a couple technical difficulties here. Sorry about that. So we are here in Mountain View, Wyoming. Going to set the scene a little bit. It's a beautiful day here in Mountain View. The sun's shining. I'm not going to say the other one, but it's not blowing. And this should be a great football game for us here today. So we will be right back with coaches' interviews here, Bear Lake Memorial Coaches Show. We will come back with that here on your Ellingford Brothers pregame show. For all your sand and gravel and cement needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-789-1515.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Right now we are going to go to an interview that the voice of the Rebels, Bradley Holmes, had with Coach Walk, for the Mountain View Buffaloes. And we want to thank Coach Walk for taking the time with Bradley and doing that right here on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show.
I am here with Mountain View head coach, Coach Brent Walk. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, my pleasure, Bradley. Thanks for reaching out.
Absolutely. So Coach Walk is in his 13th year with It is time for us to do our segment. I am here with Mountain View head coach, Coach Brent Walk. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, my pleasure, Bradley. Thanks for reaching out.
Absolutely. So Coach Walk is in his 13th year with Mountain View. Coach, you had your first game, correct, last week with Green River?
Yep, we played them on Saturday morning.
And it looks like you guys had a great day. What are some of your takeaways from your first game? And you had a great season last year, and you're off to a good start this year. What are your very early takeaways of your season so far?
Well, and this has been pretty predominant over the last 13 years, man. We have great kids here that work extremely hard. But we're really excited about this team. We did some really, really good things offensively, put up 56 points, against a 3A team. But it's probably the best takeaway is we still have some things that we definitely need to fix. But we were pleased as a staff, to come out with a performance. But we executed well, and we could, we just kind of took care of business. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
And it looks like you've got your quarterback back, correct, from last year?
Absolutely, yeah. Justice, he had a phenomenal game, man. He was 18 of 20 passing, rushed for 150 some odd yards, but our receiving corps did a great job too, man. We literally, and I don't know if I've ever coached a team that in a game that didn't have one drop ball, but Justice, he was throwing darts and our kids were catching them, and it was a pretty tough stop for Green River.
That's amazing. To start the season that way, that had to make that kid's day. And as a coach, having that be right out of the gate against a school that's bigger classification-wise, that's what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
So, do you guys usually start your season with a Green River type team, a little bit bigger of a school? Is that kind of the ideal situation for you guys?
Yeah. Over the years, we've always had some, and then there were 2 years where it kind of got dropped off, but we've always done a scrimmage. And then Coach Christensen, who does a great job over there, he took over the program. This is the second year. So him and I, we've known each other when he was at Rock Springs. But anyways, long story short, last year we started playing a full game. And it's great for us. I think it's great for them. And like you said, Bradley, what I'm probably most pleased about is, that the kids they came out and they executed our game plan. Like I said, there were still some mistakes. We blew some assignments. We didn't tackle very well in the first series, but man, this group of kids, they are extremely hardworking and they're very intelligent, very, very coachable. My staff is amazing, and the kids are buying in from day one. Kind of what we're going after.
Yeah, it seems like all the right things are happening. Coach, are you from Mountain View? Are you an alumni there? Did you grow up there?
No, I went to school in Lyman. Yeah, way
really?
Back when, and then I went to. My wife and I got married, and we went to Arizona. I was in Arizona for 14 years, and now I've been back in the Valley for 18 years. Best decision I ever made.
So was that a weird, in the very beginning, coaching the crosstown rivals of, I assume in high school, you had some ill feelings at times for Mountain View High School, and now you've been the face of the football program for 13 years. So.
Man, Bradley, you're putting me on the spot here.
I know.
Bro.
I like it. I'm asking these deep questions.
Yeah, you are. No, it's all good, man. I love Lyman. They have great people over there, and but no, it wasn't hard. My wife and I came back, and we got hired. Like I said, 18 years ago here in Mountain View. Man, I've been a Buffalo ever since.
It really is a great community. I was telling you on the phone, I've got relatives in Mountain View, really good kids, and then the Bradshaws and Lyman are my cousins as well. And so just a great community over there. And so, Coach, how are you feeling about the you've got some quote unquote preseason games with Green River and with Rich, but I have to tell you, I love that Wyoming league. I'm really sad we're not going to be in that consistently like we were the last 2 years, but it looks like it's going to be a very competitive league, especially in that Western Conference. How are you feeling about it? What's your outlook on the competition this year?
Yeah, I agree with you. But honestly, Bradley, I don't know if I've talked to you and I told you this, but our philosophy here, man, is there's only one thing we're worried about this week is Rich County, and then we'll just literally take it 1 week at a time. You're exactly right. I think there are some very good teams here. There's some very good players. I know there's some very good coaches. So we just lock in, and it sounds kind of cliche-ish or whatever, but like literally day by day, where our Tuesday practice tonight is the most important day of our season right now. And I told the kids and our staff when we had our staff meeting that, we did some really good things against Green River, but that's behind us. And we need to make sure that we fix the mistakes and that we're better this Friday than we were, last weekend.
Well, Coach, to quote you in this interview, I think you hit it spot on. The most important day of your season is practice today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure that's very reflective of the success that you guys have had. I know that Coach Larson has loads of respect for you, and he's got the same mindset going on where he's excited for this matchup. And I hope it's one that can continue year after year. It's been a great thing for both sides, and we look forward to Friday, and I think it's going to be a great game between the two sides.
I agree with you 100% with Coach Larson. He's a class act. The whole program's a class act. You guys have great kids over here and over there, and combine two pretty dang good football programs. That's what high school football is all about.
We'll wrap up for now, and wish you good luck in the game, and good luck the rest of the season as well.
I appreciate it. Thanks a ton.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, that was Coach Walk, Mountain View Buffalo's head football coach. Right now we're going to go to Coach Larson. We're running out of time here, about 6 minutes left to kickoff. So we'll go straight to Coach Larson's interview with Bradley, and then we'll be back.
I'm here with the Rebel football coach, Tyson Larson. Coach, congrats on that big road victory that you had last weekend. Walk me through that game, some high points, and what you feel will help carry into this big game you guys have ahead of you.
Yeah, no, I was proud. I think we started really slow. I think our guys were a little impatient and maybe just a little stressed. I think they were trying to maybe do too much, and we finally settled in after a couple series, and defensively we looked pretty good. We had a couple just breaks in coverage a couple times. So I think a lot of that's just a learning curve from our guys being young at that position. We have two new safeties this year due to Riker being out and graduating an all-state safety in Jaden Desch last year. We replaced him with linebackers, and honestly, that's what was the issue, is we have two kids that are aggressive as can be, and they just got caught being aggressive as a linebacker.
So with the offense, how do you go from 6 points for a while there, 7 points for a while there, but then we end up with 55? Where was the turning point where the offense was really ignited in that game?
Honestly, I think the kids played really well. I was excited that the offense was able to click as well as it was, especially in the second half. And I thought that Carter Hoffman did a really good job of facilitating the offense and realizing he doesn't have to do it on his own. I think sometimes the kid works so hard, and so I think sometimes he just wants to help so bad that he almost feels like maybe he needs to do it on his own. But I think he quickly realized that he has a couple extremely fast kids. And Hudson Perry had himself a day, and it was cool to see Carter manage the offense and get him the ball out in space, and good things happened.
Yeah, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that Carter has met every expectation placed on him this year. The pressure of coming back from such a successful junior season. He's a great leader and really fulfilling that crucial role at quarterback. But how much value does it bring that you have that potent 1-2 punch in Hudson and Drake in the backfield to go along with Carter this year?
Oh, it's been awesome. And that's nothing to say negative about the past backs we've had. These are two of the more dynamic backs we've had in terms of top end speed, but also quickness and the way they see the field. They've been nothing short of great for us, but it's been nice to see Carter be recognized that, yeah, he can make himself look pretty smart if he makes some reads by giving them the ball.
Yeah, just a few points. From my point of view in the booth, I thought Carter did a great job in the pocket. I texted him actually and said that throw where he stepped into the pocket and hit Daniel Smith down the sideline, right down at the goal line, was one of the better throws I've ever seen him throw. The pocket was going up around him. He stepped in and made that throw. And then you have Hudson, who averaged over 21 yards a carry, and Drake, who picked up that fumble and took it to the house, which really was a momentum swinger at that point of the game. And add that to the excellent blocking you had from your linemen and backs. I thought it was a great team effort. So, Coach, tell us about this familiar foe that we have coming up this week. It seems like Mountain View has once again got a very talented team. What is the game plan going into a short week of practice to prepare for them?
And that is the tough thing, that we have a short week of practice for arguably our toughest opponent on our schedule, because they're tough. They were 10-1 last year, and I personally think they made a few too many mistakes in their semifinal game last year. There's no reason why they shouldn't have been undefeated. They're a very talented squad. So game plan wise, their quarterback is phenomenal, and they've got a lot of good size around them. They're a very well-rounded team. But I think our plan for this week is just to build on what has happened and hopefully take some momentum into this game. And I don't think the kids will need a lot of motivation, as we've dropped 2 to these guys and played them tough both times, but we need to get over that hump and beat them this time. The most positive thing we could take going forward is hopefully learn from a couple of those coverage miscues on defense, and offensively, if we can get locked and loaded blocking wise, like as you mentioned, I think the offensive line did a fantastic job last week. And the wideouts, there were a few plays where Daniel Smith and Fonsbeck were blocking. It was a beautiful thing to watch 15 yards down the field. So I think if all the kids will buy in and everyone will do their job, be selfless, I'm hoping we can have a good day on Friday.
Well, we're excited for you, Coach. It's going to be a great matchup. 2 great teams. This one's been building. These 2 teams battled in junior high. They've continued to battle through high school, and I know there's a lot of respect on both sides. So it's going to be a fun one on Friday afternoon over in Mountain View, and we'll see you there, Coach. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Carter Grohl, number 1, junior.
I'm Nash Perry. I'm number 2, and I'm a freshman.
Sam Leifson, number 3, senior.
My name's Wilkes Weston. I am number 4, and I am in the 10th grade.
I'm Paxton Nicodemus, number 5, 10th grade.
Jet Holmes, 6, junior.
Carter Hoffman, senior, number 8.
I'm Zenek Stocking. I'm a senior, and I'm number 9.
I'm Aiden Weston. I'm a junior, and I wear number 10.
Dylan Wasden, wide receiver, DB, junior.
I'm Valen Cornia. I'm number 13, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Connor Creel. I'm 15, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Daniel Smith. I'm a senior, and I'm number 16.
Brayden Stokes. I'm a freshman, and my number is 21.
I'm Antonio Maldonado. I'm a senior, number 22.
Drake Weston, senior, number 23.
Riker Kirk, number 25. I'm a junior.
My name is Hudson Perry. I am a sophomore, and I am number 28.
I'm Porter Keach. I'm a junior, and I'm number 30.
Wyatt O'Malley, freshman, 34.
Dylan Fonsbeck, junior. I wear number 35.
I'm Jaron Moon. I'm number 42, and I'm a freshman.
Wyatt Tingy. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm number 48.
Cade Nelson, junior, 50.
Jaden Bell,
sophomore, number 52.
Bailey Weston, I'm a sophomore. My number's 54.
Boston Jolly, number 55, junior.
My name is Max Weston.
Okay, we're going to cut those just a little short. We're getting ready for kickoff here as Dylan Fonsbeck tees up the ball. The Rebels are going to kick to the Mountain View Buffaloes, and you are watching a T7 Propane presentation of the Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ. And Dylan gets a decent kick to about the 9-yard line, received there by number 21, Brockton Walker. And looked like Carter Grohl with the tackle there. And
going to start at about the 33, Cullen?
Yeah, right around there. We are having little technical difficulties with our camera. Sorry, folks. And we've got, I can't see that number on the quarterback there, Rob.
It is 3, Justice Platt.
Justice Platt airs it out to number 12, incomplete. That was a beautiful throw. And on the defense there you had number 16, Daniel Smith. And that was intended for Cash Wade. And once again, we are sorry for the technical difficulties with the camera.
Do you want to shut it down and try again? Or see if you can bring it back up on that?
And we got a pitch to number 12, Brendan Walker. And he is met by a host of Rebels on that far sideline. Looks like number 59, Easton Eborn, was one of the first ones to get there.
And in on the tackle at time for the Rich County Rebels, it's number 59, Easton Eborn.
I'll continue to talk here while we try to figure out this camera situation.
I just turned it off. We'll go back and see if it comes back up.
And that is complete to number 22, brought down quickly by Drake Weston. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 9 for the or 4th down and 9 for the Buffaloes. Drake Weston had a great tackle there. And it looks like number 6, Gavin Huntington, is going to go back deep to punt for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, see if you can get that coming.
Drake Weston's back deep for the Rebels to receive. And he gets off a nice punt, lands at the 25-yard line. Everybody's going to back off, and it's going to be downed at the 24 by the Buffaloes. With that, we're going to take a quick break. See if we can get this technical difficulties fixed.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community.
We're back, and the Rebels hand off quickly to Drake Weston. He tries to come around the right side, and he gets brought down rather for a 2-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Rebels. So Hoffman lines the Rebels up. Looks like he's going to go under center this time. And he's going to take the snap. He's going to pitch to Hudson Perry around the left side. Hudson's got the corner, and not very much as the cornerback number 22 comes up real quick. That's Colby Royts brings him down for another loss, a loss of 1. So that is going to bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Rebels. Hoffman in the shotgun. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties here. Hoffman back to pass. He's got a little time. He's going to tuck it and run. And he is going to be brought down for another loss of 2 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15 for the Rebels.
About 15 yards to go for the Rebels.
Yeah.
Fonsbeck back to kick. He gets off a decent punt up to the 42-yard line, received there by number 21. Slips a tackle. Slips a tackle, and then he's brought down there by, looked like Hudson Perry. So the Buffaloes have good field position here. They are at the Rebels' 57-yard line, 1st and 10, with 8:16 left on the clock. There we go. Looks like we're getting our camera back now. Thanks, Rob. He's been working furiously to get that on for everybody. And Platt's in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to fake up the middle and pass to number 22. Complete pass. Looks like that's going to be a 1st down for the Rebels, and he is tackled there by Sam Leifson.
For the Buffaloes.
Or for the Buffaloes, excuse me.
Okay, I think I need to get my heart checked, Cullen.
Hey, we got her worked out. I think everybody will give us a little break, Rob. We've only done this once before, and that happened to be Mountain View versus Rich last year. So we didn't get to it in the pregame, Rob. What's one of your keys to the game today?
Oh, that would be, I think the secondary of the Rebels is going to get a test today, Aaron. Mountain View puts the ball in the air a lot. Justice Platts, their quarterback we saw last year, he's only a junior, but I anticipate the Buffaloes to pass more than they run, and so our corners and our safeties are going to be in for a lot today. We got to watch out for the turnover battle, and I think it's going to be key up front. Mountain View's got a huge line, and both on offense and defense, depending on who wins that battle of the trenches, is going to be key.
Okay, and on that last play, Platt's handed to Kobe Royts. And if I mess that up, I'm sorry. And Dylan Fonsbeck brings him down for a 4-yard loss. Platt's to pass. He's got a receiver, had a step, and he just overthrows him just a little bit. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 14 for the Buffaloes. And the only thing I think I could add to that, Rob, is we have to win the battle in the trenches. We have to, and our line's going to be worked. We've had the last 2 games as 8-man, and so them extra linemen in there, they're going to have to work, and we're going to have to get some pressure on Platts also.
Yeah, if he gets a lot of time in the pocket, he can do a lot of damage. And he can do damage with his legs as well.
Platt's back to pass. He's going to get pressured there by Fonsbeck. Gets around, throws the ball deep, and knocked down by Daniel Smith and Drake Weston was both there for great defense. That was right at the goal line. They knock it down. That's going to bring up 4th down and 15 to go for the Buffaloes.
Isaac Linford, number 2, was the target on that one. And you saw the pressure on Platt's, Cullen, which was nice, but he used his legs. There were plenty of times last week against Green River where the Wolves had him pinned down, and he got a 1st down with his legs.
And looks like the Buffaloes are lined up to punt here. He's going to punt from his own 50. Gets off a low line drive punt. Drake's going to field it on one bounce. He makes 3 guys miss and brings it back to the 25. That's a decent return there for Drake. And that's going to bring up the Rebels have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. See if they can get some positive yards this time. And we're going to apologize, too, with Bradley gone. We're not going to have the greatest stats today. We're going to do what we can for you.
Well, we got off to a great start because I didn't get stats on the first 3 possessions there, Cullen, because I was trying to figure out a camera.
Yeah, so I'm not on the sideline taking stats today. We miss Bradley. Hoffman under center. He's going to hand off up the middle to Drake. Drake bounces it outside, makes one guy miss, spins, makes another guy miss, gains about 4 yards. That's a great, good, hard run by Drake, never quitting. And there was 3 or 4 guys for the Buffaloes there on them tackles. It looked like Brendan Walker was the first there. So that's a good first down. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. For the Rebels. Hoffman back under center. He's got Hudson Perry and Drake Weston behind him. They run the same play to the other side with not the same results, but Drake does gain about 2 yards. Oh, excuse me, that was Sam Leifson. That wasn't Drake. That's a good hard run by Sam there, too. He got at the line of scrimmage and still was able to pick up, looks like, about 2 yards. That brings up 3rd and 4 for the Rebels. As Hoffman breaks the huddle and line jogs up to the football. Hoffman back under center. He's got Hudson Perry behind him. Looks like Sam Leifson again for the deep back. And that's a fake to up the middle to Leifson with a pass to Aiden Weston. And that's going to be about a 12-yard pickup. That's going to be the Rebels' first down of the game, and that's a great little play action by Hoffman. And that's going to put them to their own 45-yard line with a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And that, I think, is one thing we're going to have to do. We're going to have to sustain long drives today, too, and keep the defense on the field and not give Platt the chance to run all over us.
Great 14-yard completion, Cullen.
Hoffman takes a snap. He's going to run a reverse to Drake Weston. Drake almost made one man miss, but that's a great open tackle by
Isaac Linford, number 2, but he's getting up a little bit slow on that one. And they're going to call timeout for an injury.
I think he probably took a cleat right to the gut there. He ankle tackled Drake Weston. That was a good open field tackle by Linford, and I hate to see him go down.
Looks like Drake will lose a yard on the carry.
So with him on the ground, let's seems how we did miss some of our – oh, he's up. So we're going to continue. We're going to stay here. I was going to go to a break and get some of our great sponsors a little more time because we did get started a little late and didn't get them all in the pregame. We will do everything we can because without our sponsors, Rob, we don't get this done. So.
Nope, we do not.
So that's going to be – looks like a loss of about a half yard for Drake on that play. So we're going to call it 2nd and 11 for the Rebels. And Hoffman's running the option, and it's read perfectly there by
Landon Solis.
And he brings Hoffman down for about a 4-yard loss. That's going to bring up 3rd and 15 for the Rebels.
15 yards to go.
And the Rebels break the huddle. And the Buffaloes are looking to the sideline for their defensive call from Coach Walk. Hoffman in the shotgun. Looking to pass. And he's going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete to Carter Hoffman. And that's a good job by Carter Hoffman to get rid of that. And excuse me, that was Carter Grohl, not Carter Hoffman. That's a good job by Hoffman to get rid of that because he did have a guy breathing down his neck and brought him down as soon as he let it go. So that's going to bring up 4th and 15 for the Rebels. So punt team back on. Fonsbeck's back about the 25-yard line and we've got Landon Solis, number 5, and number 11. I don't have an 11, so a 21, excuse me, and that's going to be a handoff. And Solis takes a handoff from 21, Brockton Walker, as they run a little reverse, and he brings it down this near sideline and gets all the way back to the Rebels. Looks like about the 23-yard line. That's a great special teams play by the Buffaloes, where he's finally brought down there. It looked like that was Easton Eborn. And so that's going to give the Buffaloes 1st and 10 from their own 24. And it looks like we've got a timeout called on the field. So with that, we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Okay, and we're back. 3:48 left remaining in this first quarter, 0-0 tie with Mountain View. Just had a great special teams play and a great return. And it looks like they're going to draw the Rebels off sides. Boston Jolly wanting to get in the backfield there, and he jumps a little early. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 5 for the Buffaloes.
Don't think Boston was the only one, but we'll give him credit for that one, Cullen, because I think there were at least 3 of them that seemed to jump on that one.
Platt's in the shotgun. He's got number 12, Brendan Walker, next to him. And that's a quick pass out to number 5, Solace, incomplete. And that was Jet Holmes there on the defense.
Platts was like 16 of 19 last week, Cullen, for about 181 yards, and he uses a lot of different receivers.
Yes, he does. And, I mean, he had 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns last week. He had a heck of a game against a bigger Green River school last week. Platts is back in the shotgun again. He's going to throw a quick little out pattern to number 2, Isaac Linford. He makes one guy miss and gets down to about the 10-yard line, where he's brought down by Daniel Smith, I do believe. And that's going to give the Mountain View Buffaloes a 1st down. Looks like they're laying the sticks down, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Buffaloes. 3:30 left here in this first quarter. Get the scoreboard station on main scoreboard back up on the screen for you there.
Looks right on the 10-yard line, Cullen.
Yeah, Platts takes the snap. He's in the shotgun. This is a design play right up the middle, and he gains about 5 yards there. Excuse me. That looked like Boston?
Yep, 55 Boston Jolly on the tackle.
And that's a great job by Boston from that defensive end position.
I got some nice cross-country results for you, Cullen, so when we get a break, we'll see if we can sneak those in.
That sounds great. Cross-country, I looked at their schedule the other day. It's kind of a short schedule, but looks like they do.
They were in Park City this morning for a nice, chilly run, I'm sure.
Platts takes the snap from the shotgun. He's going to throw, and that's number 12 out of the backfield. Brendan Walker, and he makes one heck of a catch in the corner of the end zone. And he took a hit from Daniel Smith, but he held on. So that's going to be 6-0 Buffaloes. We got a T coming out there, so it looks like Landon Solis is going to try for the extra point here. Okay, so we've got one on time down here for the point after touchdown. Solis puts it through the uprights. That's going to be 7-0 for the Mountain View Buffaloes. So with that, we will be right back.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth for this T7 Propane presentation of the Rich Rebels football on My Local Radio Sports Network. I'm going to see if I can update the scoreboard as the Mountain View Buffaloes had a 25-yard drive. How many plays, Rob?
About 4 from the 19-yard line. That punt return set them up. That was the reverse to Landon Solis.
Rich, so I'm sorry. So we'll get it to the right place. It looks like Solis kicks from the hash here. He's on the near side. He's going to run up, give it a boot. Nice kick. And that is going to be received by Drake Weston from about the 3-yard line. And Drake slips at the 15 and is still able to get up to what looks like the 19. So the Rebels will take over from their own 19-yard line.
We didn't get to talk much about last year's matchup, Cullen, but the Rebels and the Buffaloes were 0-0 at halftime, and it was a special teams play as the Buffaloes took the opening kick in the second half to the house that changed the momentum on that one. I think that punt return is doing the same thing right now.
And it's a quarterback keeper for Hoffman up the middle. He's going to gain about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Rebels. And that looks like number 22, Colby Reutz. We've said his name quite a bit today. And also number 51, Thomas Elizondo, on the tackle there of Hoffman. As the Rebels break their huddle, Hoffman's going to go under center with an empty backfield. Hoffman, hard count, and draws Mountain View Buffaloes off sides.
That'll make it a little bit shorter of 2nd and 2 or maybe 3, Cullen.
That
2nd and
like
2.
Boone Iamoni that jumped for the Buffaloes. That's a good hard count for Carter Hoffman to draw them off sides. 2nd and 2 is a lot better than 2nd and 7.
I agree.
As the Rebels rush up to the line, Hoffman's going to go in the shotgun again. This time he's got Hudson Perry in the backfield. He's got 3 trips to the left, 1 receiver, Dylan Fonsbeck, to his right. He's going to try to pass, get pressure, scrambles, and breaks a tackle. That's a great job by Hoffman with his feet. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down for the Rebels when it should have been about a 4-yard loss. So that's a great job by Carter Hoffman. So the Rebels with a fresh set of downs here.
You can credit the Buffalo secondary for not giving Carter any place to put that ball in the pass.
Well, and he didn't have a whole lot of time either. Our line's got to step up a little bit and give him just a little bit of time. Hudson Perry to his right. Carter Hoffman takes a snap, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Rebels' own 30-yard line. I didn't see who that looks like. Landon Solis brings Hoffman down. So 2nd and 10 for the Rebels. They get lined up, and then the Mountain View Buffalo sideline tells the defense what play they're going to run. So we've got Hudson Perry in the backfield, Hoffman in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left, Hoffman scrambling out to the right. He's going to try to get the corner, and he's going to be brought down from behind by Brendan Walker. after he gained about 5 yards on that scramble. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels. Excuse me, that was about a 4 yard. So we're going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the Rebels' own 34-yard line. Buffaloes look to the sideline for their defensive call. The Rebels line up. That's one receiver, Dylan Wasden, to the left, trips to the right. Hudson Perry right next to Carter Hoffman in the shotgun. It's going to be a pitch to Hudson Perry as he stiff arms. He's still on his feet up to the Mountain View Buffaloes 35-yard line, and he was dead to rights in the backfield, and that stiff arm by Hudson Perry was great. And then I did not see who made that tackle on Hudson Perry, but he dove for his legs and was able to bring him down. But that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Rebels.
And that's the end of the quarter, Cullen.
And that's the end of the first quarter. So with that, Mountain View Buffalo 7, the Rich Rebels 0, and driving. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, and we will be right back.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
Welcome back to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Rich Rebels are going to take over, or they have 1st and 10 to start this second quarter from their Mountain View Buffaloes 35 as Carter Hoffman running the option, takes it up the middle and gains what looks like to be 3 yards. So that's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Rebels, and he is brought down by number 62, Seamus Hamilton. And that last play right before the quarter, Rob, was huge for the Rebels. Hudson Perry with a great run when he had 171 yards last week, Rob?
Something like that. That's
going to be a fake to Hudson Perry. Carter Hoffman keeps it, and he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. See where they place it. And they're going to place that right on the 30. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Or 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels.
3rd down and 5 yards ago for the Rich County Rebels.
Well, we're definitely in 4-down territory, Cullen.
Yes, we are. We're on the Mountain View Buffalo 30. It's got to be 4-down territory for the Rebels. So they got 2 downs to pick up 5 yards. And Carter Hoffman's going to be in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, a single receiver to the left. Hudson Perry next to him. As he takes the snap, he's going to drop back to pass. And he's looking down the middle and looks like he overthrows Sam Leifson, the intended receiver. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. And Leifson did have a step on the defender there. I don't know. Carter Hoffman just kind of sailed that one a little deeper, I think, than he wanted to. So we got 4th down and 5, 10 minutes, 34 seconds left here in the second quarter as the clock stops on that incomplete pass. The Rebels, once again, about 10 yards deep in their huddle. They break the huddle, come up to the line. Looks like we're going to have doubles both sides of Carter Hoffman as he's in the shotgun. Perry is in the backfield, tries the hard count, tries to get him to jump off sides. And that's going to be a designed run to Carter Hoffman up the middle. And he's going to gain 1 yard, but that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Rebels as the Mountain View Buffaloes will take over from their own 29-yard line, up 7-0. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left here in this second quarter. And on the Mountain View is up 7-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As the Buffaloes look to their sideline for their play call, looks like they've got it. Platts is in the shotgun. He's got a receiver each side, a wing back, and he hands up the middle to a wing back where he's going to be met by Jordan Johnson.
Nice bear hug by number 58, Jordan Johnson.
And that's going to be a no gain. He does get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that was number 22, Colby Reutz, on that. I don't know if you want to call it a counter, but Reutz come from the slot back position from the left side and ran just in between the guard and tackle on the right side. And Platts is going to go back to pass. He's going to get a little pressure, and he's just going to, he overthrew Reutz again. That's going to be incomplete. That's going to stop the clock at 9:46 here in the second quarter.
Third and 10 to go. We got a penalty on the play. Illegal man downfield, I do believe. Cullen, the question is
illegal substitution.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
Illegal man downfield.
Ineligible downfield. You were right, Rob. So they're going to take the penalty and back him up 5 yards. That's going. So, and that's going to repeat that down, Rob. So 2nd and 15 for the Buffaloes from their own 24-yard line. As they look to the sideline to get their play.
That's a lot of signals to remember, Cullen.
It is. And Platts is in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, and as he hands up to the middle to Brendan Walker, he's going to make a great run where he's tackled by Riker Kirk.
Daniel Smith as well.
And Daniel Smith, but that's going to, he ran 17 yards for the first down up to the Mountain View Buffalo 42-yard line. And that's just a good hard run there by Walker. Walker. I think Mountain View can confuse us with a few more names.
Sure.
Platts in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking, feeling a little pressure. Scrambles to the left, comes back to the right. Looks like he's going to tuck, then he pulls up and passes, and that's a great pass. Brendan Walker just could not quite hold on to that one. That was a great play there by Platts, and he is dangerous with his legs.
He definitely bought as much time as he possibly could on that one.
And there, Boston Jolly kind of bit in just a little bit, and I think he needs to keep that contained on that outside. Platts in the shotgun again. He takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. That's just a sweep play. And he's going to be brought down by Carter Grohl and looks like Jet Holmes after a gain of about 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Buffaloes, and looks like we got a Mountain View timeout. So with that, we will be right back. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
to the broadcast booth for this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Once again, on the station on main scoreboard, Mountain View Buffalo 7, Rich 0. The difference in this game so far, Rob, was that long punt return that Mountain View had, gave them great starting position.
Yeah, just at the red zone.
Yeah, other than that, this has been a defensive battle, and both defenses have stepped up and not allowing either team much room.
Now, and we kind of got off to a rough start that first quarter, Cullen, so I'm not sure how well the stats are looking, but I've got Platts is 2 of 7 so far, so that tells you something about the secondary and what they've been up to.
And Platts takes the snap from the shotgun. He's got a man downfield, and that is caught by Kobe Reutz. And he's finally brought down at the Rich Rebel 25-yard line by Drake Weston. And that's just a great read by Platts. Waits till Reutz makes the break, hits him right in stride.
Had a good step on Drake Weston, number 23, but Drake caught him as soon as he caught the ball.
And Platts is going to be in the shotgun again with Brendan Walker next to him. Reutz to the right, and that's just going to be a quarterback draw as he comes up and hurdles Drake Weston, but couldn't quite keep his feet when he landed after a 2-yard gain, but heck of a try for Platts there. I mean, he did. He just hurdled right over Drake Weston. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Buffaloes from their own 23-yard line. You're correct, Rob. Buffaloes are looking to the sideline for their play.
I guess if you memorized all those signals, Cullen, you'd know exactly what's going on, but so far that's impossible in my book.
Oh, I gave up watching the signals, Rob. And Platts with a pass to Reutz in the flat on this near side. And that's going to be about a 7-yard gain where he's brought down by Sam Leifson. Oh, they're going to give him the 8 yards. So that's a first down, Mountain View Buffaloes at the 15-yard line. I don't know if you call that broadcaster curse or not, but defense is kind of bending here. So let's see if they can not break, just bend. Platts in the empty backfield in the shotgun, takes a snap. This is going to be a designed run play where he hurdles over Hudson Perry, but then he's met by Daniel Smith after about a
loss of 6 inches.
Yeah, about a half-yard loss there. And, you know, the Rebels are trying to do form tackling. They're just going a little too low, and Platts is able to just hurdle right over top of them.
Yeah, that was good pursuit by Daniel Smith.
Buffaloes look to this near sideline, get their play. That's going to be Walker in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes it to Walker up the middle, keeps it for himself, gets the corner where he's met by a host of Rebels, but it looks like he stepped out of the bounds at the 2-yard line. And that's another hard run there by Platt.
And good run by Platts that time.
Justice Platts. First and goal for Mountain View. 5:47 left on the clock. Mountain View looks to their sideline for their play. Looks like they've got it. Platts in the shotgun. Walker right next to him. Platts right up the middle. And
They're not going to give him the goal line.
Looks like he's short by about 3 inches maybe. And they're going to go hurry up. They're right back under. Same play right up the middle. Timeout, Rich. Rich got the timeout before the snap. So with that, we're going to take another break. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening in live at 98.3 FM KADQ.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth with the T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Platts takes the snap from the shotgun, hands off to Walker up the middle, and it looks like the big guys for Rich up front once again hold them out. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Buffaloes from the 3 or 6 inch mark, honestly. That tackle there was Boston Jolly. 3rd and goal for the Buffaloes as they look to their sideline for their play.
Maybe they're going to string this one out a little bit, Cullen.
They've got 2 receivers to the left. Platt's in the shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to run right up the middle where he does get it in. He breaks the plane of the goal line there. And the Rebels done everything they could to keep him out, but they just couldn't quite get it done. So that makes the Station on Main scoreboard Mountain View 13, Rich 0, with the PAT coming up here. And it looks like the Buffaloes are going to line up to kick again. Solace, number 5, number 10,
Race
Car is going to hold. Got the snap, the hold's down, the kick through the uprights. That's going to make it 14-0 for Mountain View on the Station on Main scoreboard. And this is a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com. And 98.3 KADQ, and we will be right back.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
And welcome back into our broadcast booth. This is a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Station on Main scoreboard, Mountain View 14, Rich 0, as Solace kicks off from that far hash mark. And that's a deep kick. That's 8 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. as the Rich Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And they really need to string a drive together here, Rob.
They do. That drive by Mountain View, I got 13 plays in 6 minutes, capped by that 30-yard pass from Platts to Walker, or to Royce, sorry, and capped off by the 1-yard run by Justice Platts into the end zone.
As the Rebels break their huddle and come up to the line, you got Carter Hoffman in the shotgun, Hudson Perry to his right, Drake Weston by himself over here to the left. You got doubles to the right, and that's going to be a fake handoff to Hudson as Carter takes it around that right side, cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to be brought down there by Solis, number 5 for the Buffaloes, after about a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Rebels from their own 24-yard line. And we talked about it before. The Rich Rebels offensive line's got their hands full with this defensive line in Mountain View.
Yeah, they've got some different good size.
Hoffman takes the snap from the shotgun. He hands to Perry, who fumbles. He can't pick it up, and that's going to be scooped up by number 12, Brendan Walker, for the score. And that's going to bring it on the Station on Main scoreboard. Mountain View 20, the Rich Rebels 0. As Carter Hoffman and Talon Pace is talking to Hudson Perry, telling him to shake that off. That's the last thing we need, is about a quicksand in this game where we're already down 3 scores. So I will get the scoreboard updated as Mountain View lines up for that point after touchdown. Solis once again back to kick. Grace Carr to hold. The snap, the hold, the kick, and that is through. So the Station on Main scoreboard is Mountain View 21, the Rich Rebels are 0. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening in live on 98.3 FM KADQ. And with that, we will be right back. Once again, thank you for watching.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
In our Helter Skelter pregame show, Cullen, we did talk about turnovers. Rich they'd recovered 4 fumbles, but they'd given up 4 fumbles, so that just turned the tide to the other side.
It does, and we were talking there during the break, Rob, and this is going to test the character of the Rebels here, and let's see if they can put together a drive. Even if you don't score, but get deep into Mountain View territory. As Solis lines up to kick again, and once again, he kicks from the hash, so he's on that left hash as he kicks, goes deep, and that is going to be received by Drake Weston. It looks like about the 1-yard line as he takes it right up the middle, breaks a couple tackles up to the 29-yard line where he's brought down by number 51, Thomas Ilizanato. Sorry if I got that wrong. And number 8, Cameron Hamblin. So we got 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their 29-yard line. Hoffman's going to line up under center this time. He's got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Perry in the backfield. As he takes the snap, he's going to fake the handoff to Perry, try to go around that right side. Brings it back here to the left. Breaks a couple tackles. What a block by Aiden Weston. That was a great block for the receiver as Carter Hoffman gets it all the way into Mountain View territory to the 40.
Down to the 36.
Isaac Linford was coming up to tackle him. Hoffman doesn't take that. He just ducks his shoulder and runs him over. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels.
Just what the doctor ordered for you, Cullen.
It definitely was, and that's from the Mountain View 36-yard line. And that, honestly, that play was a lot of Carter Hoffman with his feet, but Aiden Weston with that block on this backside, still blocking, knowing the play's going that other way. You've got to give credit to Aiden Weston and the Rich Rebel receivers for the way they do block downfield.
35-yard run for Carter. Longest play from scrimmage for the Rebels.
And we've got a little switching up in the lineup here. Trips to the right.
Gonna have to take a timeout.
And looks like Rich is going to take a timeout.
No, looks like they're going to get him a delay of game. Didn't get it called in time.
Yeah, delay of game on the Rebels. So that's going to bring up 1st down and 15 for the Rebels from the Mountain View 41-yard line.
1st down and 15 yards to go for Rich County Rebels. Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line.
Hoffman breaks the huddle. Looks like we're going to have, once again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 over here to the left. Hudson Perry just to the left of Hoffman in the shotgun. Hoffman takes a snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's feeling a little pressure, takes it up the middle, and he's going to be brought down for, looks like, a loss of 2 yards. And that's going to be Landon Solis on that sack.
Also Roper Buckley, number 60.
And looks like we're going to have a timeout, Rich. So with that, you're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in live on 98.3 FM KADQ, and we'll be back.
It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
And welcome back in the broadcast booth for this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Rich Rebels line up 2nd and 19, 2:38 left to go in this second quarter, where the Mountain View Buffaloes lead 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hoffman is under center, sends Drake Weston in motion, handoff to Drake. Looks like a little trap. He's dancing around in the backfield. Looks like he's going to gain about 1 yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Rebels.
Tackle made by number 62, Seamus Hamilton, and that one just took a long time to develop.
One thing I'm seeing, Rob, that we haven't seen is our backs are dancing in the backfield instead of just hitting holes hard, where the last 3 games where we've averaged 300 yards a game, they're just hitting holes and hitting them hard. Hoffman in the shotgun sends Sam Leifson. Got the little Statue of Liberty play. Talon out in front of Drake. And Drake's able to pick up about 12 yards on the carry.
I'll give him 10. How about that?
10 will work. So 10-yard gain on the Statue of Liberty play. It's going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Rebels. 1:28 left to go in this second quarter. Definitely 4th down territory. Last 4th down, Mountain View was able to completely stop the Rich Rebels. Hoffman's got trips to the right. Dylan Wasden to the left. Takes the snap, and we're going to have a false start on the Rebels. That's going to back them up 5 yards, bring up 4th and 12.
Not what you needed on 4th down.
Definitely not what you needed. But with 1:08 left on the clock, I still think it's definitely 4-down territory. See if you can punch this in the end zone where you do take the second half kickoff.
Good point, Cullen. We do get kicked to start the second half. I'm not sure who the illegal procedure was on.
I didn't see it, but it was that far side, so I'm wondering if one of the receivers out there jumped a little quick. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hoffman in the shotgun. Perry on his left side in the backfield. Hoffman takes the snap, drops back to pass. Little swing pass to Perry. Perry makes one-man miss. Has some blocking, and he is going to be just short of the first down, so that's going to be another turnover on downs where Mountain View is going to take over from their own 30 with 34 seconds left in this first half. Let's see what Coach Walk decides to do here. Is he going to take a shot downfield, or is he good going in to half up 3 scores on the Rebels? As Mountain View looks to the sideline for their play. Get the whistle from the white hat. Platts with an empty backfield, 4 receivers to the left. You got Salas as a tight end on this side. Walker goes in motion to the right. And we've got looks like the center is going to be called for false start just by what the line guy said to the white hat, or his motions. He made a motion that the center kind of messed with the ball before the snap, so that's a false start. 31 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 15 for the Mountain View Buffaloes from their own 25-yard line. And it looks like they're going to go and just down this ball, and they're good to go into halftime. Up 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And with that, Rob, I believe we're going to take a little break. You're watching Rich Rebels football presented by T7 Propane online at mylocalradio.com and listening in live on 98.3 FM KADQ. And we will be back.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED...
And we're back. Mountain View called a timeout. Back in the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Mountain View calls a timeout with 2 seconds left. Platts takes the snap from the shotgun. He's pushed out by Jordan Johnson, and he's just going to throw it away, and that one is going to end the half.
And that ends the half, ladies and gentlemen.
Incomplete pass once again on the Station on Main scoreboard. Mountain View 21, Rich 0. And you're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and listening in live on 98.3 FM KADQ. And we will be right back.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football right here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We are in the halftime show here, and where the Mountain View Buffaloes lead the Rebels 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And when we come back, we will have our standout student, which I don't even know who it is. Do you happen to know who it is? Ethan Earl. So as we come back, we will have our standout student. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com and live on 98.3 FM KADQ.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Supporting local schools, Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company, know when it comes to buying and selling cattle, you count on the best. Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. 208-339-0614. That's 208-339-0614.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football. And we will now have our T7 Propane standout student, Ethan Earl.
I am here with Ethan Earl for our weekly standout student. Ethan, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with me today.
Yeah, for sure.
Ethan is the son of Brandon and Annalisa Peart and the grandson of Dan and Donna Peart, who live there in Randolph. Ethan, kind of weird that you have a senior year here, or are you very excited about it and it's been a long time coming?
Well, it's kind of both. I've sure been excited to get into senior year and just kind of get a move on with things, but I'm also kind of feeling a little, I don't want to say like sentimental, but it's interesting to be a senior for sure.
Yeah, it comes fast, doesn't it? It just probably seems like yesterday you were in Lake Town at the junior high, and now you've got less than 1 year left.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, Ethan, let's talk about, we're going to talk some sports, we'll talk school, but right now you are on the cross-country team, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
We're kind of in the beginning of the week right now, but this will air on Friday. Do you have a meet? Is it Friday or Saturday you guys go to Park City this week?
So that's Friday. We'll run Friday at 9.
Awesome. And how are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've never really been the fastest on our team, but generally I've always enjoyed our meets, so it'll be awesome to go. Park City's a great course, and I'm just excited to run.
So you've run Park City before in the past?
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 times before this.
Gotcha. And I imagine with it being Park City, there's going to be some bigger schools there, a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck there. And Ethan, I'll be honest with you, hats off to you. I have never been a long distance runner, and I've always been impressed with those that do. So you say that you're not fast, but trust me, like you are faster than a lot of people, including myself, when it comes to those long distance races. So much respect to you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah. And so Ethan, tell me about school. Are you doing some concurrent enrollment classes right now?
Oh yeah. I'm out in concurrent all day pretty much. I've got classes on Monday and Wednesday mostly, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays I generally just work on homework, and I've got a couple of online classes. So
that's awesome. So what classes are you taking this semester?
I've got Math 1050, and what else? I've got a public speaking class, and I'm taking a geography class, and chemistry is online. Yeah, so
you got
taking lots of classes.
Workload. Yeah. That's awesome. For our listeners who don't know, Rich High School offers what we call concurrent enrollment, and students like Ethan will have the opportunity to earn their associate's degree before even graduating high school. And Ethan, are you on track to do the associate's degree?
Yep, so far.
That's very impressive. Next spring you'll be graduating. Then what are your plans, Ethan?
Well, I'm planning a planning on serving a mission pretty quick, but I'm not too sure after that. I know I want to go into engineering, so I'm working on getting my drafting certificate right now through Bridgerland and then plus the associates. So I'm hoping that after my mission, I can just jump right in and get on that career path in engineering.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. Good plans after high school. It sounds like you're gonna have a lot of different options. We're excited to see what you do, and I know you're gonna bring a lot of pride to Rich High School. Ethan, I know you've probably got a handful of teachers that have had an impact on you. I'm just gonna give you a second to give one shout out to a teacher that has had a good impact on you over the last few years, whether it's at the junior high or the high school. Go ahead if there's a teacher you'd like to give a shout out to.
I think coming from the middle school, I really didn't like English all that much. And I got into high school, and Mr. Walquist, he doesn't teach here anymore, but he had a huge impact. He made language arts really one of my favorite subjects.
Well, and that comes at no surprise. I've heard a lot of great things about Mr. Walquist, and I know he's missed for sure. So that's spot on to what I've heard before. Ethan, we wish you good luck this weekend, representing Rich High School and running that Park City course, and we wish you good luck the rest of the year, and also with your classes and all the endeavors that you have. It sounds like you've got a great head on your shoulders and have a lot of good things ahead of you. So good luck to you, and thanks for taking time out of your class today to chat with me for a few minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Ethan.
Okay, we want to thank T7 Propane for their support of Rich High standout students. T7 Propane is your trusted propane provider for for Northeast Utah, Southeast Idaho, and Southwest Wyoming. We also want to thank Ethan Earl and Bradley for doing that interview for us. Ethan said that he ran cross country. So with that, Rob, how did they do in Park City today?
Well, unfortunately, Ethan's been battling a sickness, so he was not able to run today. But Park City is a huge meet. They do a session in the morning, then a session in the evening. And the Rebels were in the JV session this morning. And Lyda Taylor took first for the young ladies. Paige Smith took fourth. Also running for the Rebels, Katharina Smith and Ava Nelson. There's about 183 girls in that session. For the boys, freshman Dax Jolly was the top finisher for Rich. He finished 25th. Austin Vasquez, Jared Carver, Alex Reinsberger, Jay Schinkel, Nathan Carver also competing in that morning session, about 200 boys. And Aldemont was the only other 1A high school there, Cullen. So a lot of 3A, 4A schools. It was JV, not varsity, but still fantastic competition for them. First meet of the year. So a shout out to them and Coach Lisa Jolly and Steve Pugmire for getting a 5:30 bus from Garden City this morning to hit that meet.
Yeah, and thank you to those kids that do that, and thank you to the coaches once again and the drivers to get up and get them there. So with that, we will be right back. This is the T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at t7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
And welcome back into our broadcast booth. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football live on mylocalradio.com and listening in at 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. And this one today has been all Mountain View so far, where they lead 21-0 over the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Have 3 minutes left remaining in halftime. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast colleague for some first half highlights, Rob Leifson.
Well, we got off to a little bit of a rough start there, Cullen, when the camera froze. So the first 3 possessions were 3 and out. And then the Rebels started on their own 25 and could not go anywhere and had to punt. And a little trickery on the punt return. The Buffaloes did a little handoff, little reverse, and got them down to the 20-yard line. And a couple plays later, Platts finds number 12, Brandon Walker, in the end zone for about an 8-yard completion, and the score goes to 7-0. Rich puts together a good drive, about 9 or 10 plays, but turns it over on downs. And Mountain View then puts together a 13-play, 6-minute drive that ends with Platts going in from the 1-yard line to make it 14-0. Rich trying to get back in the ball game. Second play of the drive is a fumble, and Brendan Walker picks it up and takes it to the house to make it 21-0. Rich then turns it over on downs, and Mountain View runs out the clock for the end of the first half. These are not official stats, Cullen, because I have no idea what happened in those first couple possessions, but I've got Platts 4 of 12 for about 48 yards. The big one was that 30-yard completion, and he's got 6 carries for about 22 yards and a touchdown. Walker with 2 carries for 4. Royce, 3 carries for 26. And for the Rebel side of the ball, Hoffman with about 12 carries for about 47 yards. He had that nice run of 35, and he is about 1 for 4. The one completion going to Aiden Weston for a first down. And Drake Weston, 4 carries for 9 yards. Samuel Leifson, 1 carry for 2. And Hudson Perry, about 3 carries for 35. But again, that's best guess, Cullen.
Well, that's the best we're going to have for today. And thanks for taking the stats, what we do have, Rob. With that, you're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football. And we will be right back with the second half kickoff.
Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides safe, effective, high-quality health care. With many specialty services, Bear Lake Memorial serves patients from prenatal to geriatric. When you need imaging services, including mammograms, CT, and other specialized tests, the MRI suite accommodates patients of all sizes. The large windows provide natural light to help patients have an even better scanning experience. For a complete list of services offered, visit us online at blmhospital.com. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
And welcome back to beautiful Mountain View, Wyoming, where we have about a minute and a half left at halftime.
About 70 degrees, Cullen, and absolutely no W in Wyoming. No wind. Can you believe that?
No, I can't. When we got here, you could look out the broadcast booth here, and they have some purple and white flags on the back here, and they were moving a little bit. Right now, Rob, they are not moving. But once again, we do want to thank our sponsors, make it available for us to come do these games. Without them, this wouldn't be possible, Rob, and they are very gracious, great to us. So if you're listening out there and you hear all these sponsors, give them a little bit of your time, support them a little bit as they support these kids. So, I mean, I know my father likes to sit at home and watch. He says it's a lot more comfortable in his lazy boy than it is on some of these hard metal bleachers. So once again, thank you to our sponsors for making this possible. As we have about 30 seconds left at halftime, and Rich will receive this second half kickoff.
Cullen, what adjustments would you make in halftime if you're the Rebels?
I don't know what's happening on the line, but it doesn't seem like our running backs are getting the holes that they're used to so far in the first 3 games this year. I think that's why they're dancing. And maybe it is just a little hole that they're not used to compared to a hole that you can drive a Mack truck through. But something's got to happen, and we've got to start winning in the trenches. So our backs and quarterback, Carter Hoffman, has a little time to throw, or our backs have a hole to run through so they can pick up some positive yardage. That's the adjustment I would make.
And we did talk about it on the pregame show. One of the keys of the game is the line is a battle, and Mountain View does have good size down there. It has been a little bit of an advantage for the Rebels against Gunnison Valley and Monticello and Altamont, that they've been able to dominate up front, and maybe we got a little bit spoiled. But I will say this is probably one of the best lines you'll face this year is for Mountain View.
I think this probably, Rob, is probably our biggest test this year, honestly, on the Rich Rebel schedule. And, yeah, we do have some bigger schools coming up. We have North and South Sevier. But I still think that Coach Walk has this Mountain View Buffalo team to where this is our biggest challenge that we have on the schedule. So as Salas lines up to kick from his own 40. Once again, he kicks from the hash, not the midfield X that a lot of kickers use. Looks like Hudson Perry and Drake Weston back right on the goal line. Their heels are on the goal line for the Rebels. And Salas takes his jog up, kicks it deep. Drake Weston's going to field it from about the 3. He's going to stay to this right-hand side. Makes one guy miss, gets it back to the 30 where he's brought down by number 4, Colby Webb, and a few other Mountain View Buffaloes there. 60, Roper Buckley. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 30-yard line. They're going to start out on this right side hash mark. Let's see what adjustments Coach Larson did make at halftime, and if these Rebels can respond to a pretty dismal first half compared to what we've had for the other 3 games this season. Hoffman takes the snap from the shotgun. He's going to gain about 3 yards just off this right side, and that would be Cade Nelson and J.J. Chandler on this right side, opening up that hole. I mean, we can average 3 yards a carry. We can live with that. So I think that's a win for our line compared to what we talked there at halftime, Rob. Hoffman under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand to Sam Leifson up the middle, where he fights his way for a gain of, looks like another gain of 3. And he goes to that left side, so testing the other side of our line, which Jordan Johnson I can see out there. I can't tell who the tackle is on that side, Rob. Looks like it's Easton Eborn.
Yep.
Hoffman's going to line up under center this time. He's got Hudson Perry and Carter Grohl in the backfield. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle to Hudson Perry. He ducks his shoulder. He carries a whole host of Buffaloes. And Hudson's going to pick up the first down to the Mountain View, or the Rich Rebel 42, excuse me. And that's a good sign.
Well, that's smash mouth football right there, Cullen. We talked about it. That gives the line the confidence. Go out and match up with them.
It definitely does that. And looks, our running backs aren't dancing as much as they were in the first half, as Hoffman's in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. And he's got Carter Grohl lead blocking for him right up the middle, and looks like Coach Larson's just going to come out and punch this right up the middle for the Rebels. Hoffman picks up 6 on that carry. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the Rebels' 48-yard line. Hoffman under center. He's got Carter Grohl and Hudson Perry in the eye, takes the snap, fakes the handoff up the middle, rolls to the left. He throws, and Aiden Weston just couldn't quite catch that one, where he bobbles it a little bit, tries to make a little circus catch, and it finally falls to the turf.
That was a pretty good juggling act, though. Got to give him credit for that.
It was, and if he would have caught it, I might have done a little circus tune for us. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Rebels from their own 48-yard line. Got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry in the backfield with Carter Hoffman shotgun, takes the snap, and this is going to be a designed run to Hoffman up the middle. He tries to bust it outside. He's going to gain 1 to the 49-yard line. That's going to bring about 4th down and 4 here, so a big decision for Coach Larson.
22, Colby Royts on the stop for the Buffaloes, Cullen.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 2, and Coach Larson doesn't even hesitate. He says, we're going for it. Down 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 9 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Hoffman under center. And we have a false start on the Rebels.
I was going to say, watch for the hard count, but it got us instead of the Buffaloes.
So that's now going to bring up 4th down and 7. So now Coach Larson has a bigger decision, and as Dylan Fonsbeck goes over, gets the play, and he's going to line up deep to punt. He's standing on about his own 32-yard line. And that's going to put Colby Royts, number 22 for the Buffaloes, going to stand on his own 20-yard line. Fonsbeck gets the kickoff. It's a good kick. Royts takes it on the run about the 23-yard line, and he's only able to gain a couple yards, where he is hit pretty hard by Sam Leifson and brought down. And so the Mountain View Buffaloes are going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Mountain View never huddles. They always just look to the side to their offensive coordinator to get the play, and it's all signals. We've talked about it. That's a lot of signals to memorize. So we got Platts in the shotgun. I think that's Walker behind him. Trips to the left, and that's going to be handed off up the middle, where he's met by a host of Rebels. Looks like that's Carter Hoffman, number 8. And 73, J.J. Chandler in on that tackle. And that was number 12, Brendan Walker, up the middle for a gain of 1. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Mountain View from their own 29-yard line. Mountain View gets their sign. You got 3 receivers to the left. Actually 4, you got a slot there. Platts back to pass, where he gets a little pressure, and that's going to be incomplete, knocked down by Wilkes Weston and Drake Weston. That was intended for Colby Royts. That's going to bring 3rd down and 9 for the Buffaloes from their own 29-yard line.
Couldn't ask for anything better right now, Cullen, than a 3-and-out to get the ball back to the Rebels, get some offense rolling.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly there, Rob. Mountain View looks to their sideline for their play. And that was good defense there by Drake and Wilkes. Platts is in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers right, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Back to pass. He's getting a little pressure. Gets the corner, throws deep where he's got a man all the way up to the 20-yard line of the Rebels. That's caught by number 2, Isaac Linford, who is able to sneak behind the whole Rebels secondary he had to backpedal a little bit to catch that ball and gave a chance for Jet Holmes to catch up to him and bring him down on the 20.
J.J. Chandler giving chase to Platts, but with his feet he buys more time. And
that's right. It looks like it's going to be the 23-yard line for the Buffaloes. First down and 10, and that's just a great job by Platts. Still looking downfield as he's scrambling. He looked like he was going to tuck it, and then right before he hit the line of scrimmage, just throws deep. Takes the handoff, fakes it up the middle, making more time with his feet again, where it's a complete pass to number 20. And we've got a Rebel down. I believe that's number 6.
Yeah, that would be Jet Holmes. He took a couple of hard hits last night in the JV game against North Summit, Cullen, so it could be a little bit of a combination of last night and today.
And that catch is going to be a first down and 10 for the Buffaloes from their own, or from the Rich Rebel 11-yard line, excuse me. And with that, I do believe we will take a quick break. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football live on mylocalradio.com and listening in on 98.3 FM KADQ.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
And now a message from the experts at Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Legacy Beach. Great beaches in the summer, 10 minutes from Beaver Mountain in the winter. Townhomes now starting at $649 for poolside townhomes.
For cabins, condos, and beachfront property in beautiful Bear Lake, contact Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty, bearlakerealty.com. It looks like the Rich Rebel player. It was Jet Holmes as he gets up and he's being helped off the field a little bit by Grandpa and Coach Tyson Larson. We come back to the live cam. On your station on main scoreboard, it's Mountain View 21, Rich Rebels 0. Mountain View is threatening to score again. They have first and 10 from the Rebels 11-yard line with 7:06 left here in the third quarter. And we hope Jet's okay. He's walking under his own power now. We get the whistle. Mountain View's looking to their sideline for their play. Platts is in the shotgun with Walker just to his left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, and this is just a quarterback draw designed. And he's going to gain, looks like about 4 yards up to the 12, where he is brought down by Boston Jolly and
Carter Grohl, number 1.
Carter Grohl. So we've got 2nd and 7 on that 3-yard gain by Platts from about the 7-yard line.
Rebels had a similar situation earlier in the game, Cullen, where the defensive line was able to stand stiff. We'll see what they can do here.
Platts in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Walker in the backfield, takes a snap, drop backs to pass. Sees a guy in the end zone, and they're going to call that incomplete. That was intended for number 20, Rhett Hunt. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Buffaloes from their own 7. 5:53 left here in the third quarter, 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Buffaloes look to their sideline to get their play.
Looks like it caught just a little bit of grass there, Cullen.
Yeah.
Tried to get his hands underneath it.
And he did a great job trying to get there. I thought it was incomplete here. I think the refs made the right call there, but he tried to sell it, definitely, and he did a great job. Platt's in the shotgun, takes a snap, drop back to pass, looking, gets a little pressure from the backside, still looking, still scrambling, and still scrambling, stiff arms, makes one guy miss, and still scrambling, running up the middle now, and he's going to be hit and tackled. That's going to be number 10, Aiden Weston, and number 25, Riker Kirk, who brings him down after he probably ran 37 yards there and gained 3, Rob.
I don't know what happened on that far side, Cullen, because I thought they had him out of bounds.
So that's going to be 4th down and about 2. From the 3.
It's a nice stiff arm by Platts to get away from that far side.
It was, and all Mountain View has to do is get to the 1, and they've got a fresh 4 downs. Let's see what the Rebels defense can come up with here. Platts in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his right, gets a little pressure from Riker Kirk. He steps out of that, steps back, throws, and incomplete, intended for number 20, Rhett Hunt. So the Rebels will take over on their own 3-yard line on a turnover on downs, and that's a good defensive stand by the Rebels. Once again, we go back to one of our keys to the game, Rob, and they're getting pressure on him. They're just not able to get hands on him. And he is, Mr. Platts, Justice Platts, is just making things happen with his feet, scrambling, and he just continues to look downfield.
The play never dies, that's for sure.
So the Rich Rebels take over 1st and 10. Hoffman under center, and he's just going to run it right up the gut behind his big center, Talon Pace, and going to gain about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 for the Rebels. We'll call that a 3-yard gain from their own 5-yard line. And Coach Larson just likes that play. Lets Carter Hoffman pick which side he wants to go, and he just gets on the hip of Talon there and just runs right up the gut. And it's been very successful for the Rebels for the last 3 years. Hoffman under center once again. Takes the snap, hands off in the backfield. I didn't see who that was.
I think it's Hudson Perry, number 28, but
no,
he's not
Hudson's
going in.
over here.
Oh, is he?
So that's Drake Weston up the middle, and looks like he gained about 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 from. Nope, he gained 1 from the 6-yard line. 3:25 left in the third quarter. Hoffman under center. Hudson Perry, the lone back. And that's going to be a handoff. Nope. Carter pulls it and gets the outside, where he's brought down by, I can't see the number. It looks like number 8. So in the words of Aaron Poling, little 8-on-8 crime there.
There you go.
That's Cameron Hamblin, but that's going to be a 1st down for the Rebels.
Nice pickup of about 9 yards for Carter, but I would credit Drake Weston on that corner, Cullen, on that block to get in the edge to get that 1st down.
Yeah. So 1st down and 10 for the Rebels from the 18-yard line as they come up to the line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hudson Perry, the lone back. Hoffman in the shotgun, sends Drake Weston in motion, and we've got some laundry on the field.
And I think we're going to get a false start.
Legal procedure on the Rebels. So that's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Rebels. And that seems to be the mantra today, Rob.
One step forward and 2 steps back.
We have a decent gain, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot, and the official puts a little laundry on the field. So as Hoffman breaks the huddle, it looks like Fonsbeck is by himself on the left side, 3 receivers to the right. Carter Grohl in the backfield. Hoffman back to pass. He gets hit as he throws. What a play by Drake. Wow. Race Carr had that intercepted. Drake comes in and plays a D-back for a second, pops the ball back up, and catches it at the 37-yard line.
25-yard completion for Carter.
And Carter got drilled as he threw that, and that's why Race Carr had a play on it. And Drake just plays defense at first, tips the ball to himself, and is able to make the catch. Rebels 1st and 10 from their own 38. Handoff up the middle to Hudson Perry, where he breaks it to the right side, and he's going to take it into Mountain View territory up to a 45-yard line. Rebels might have something going here, and we have a player on the field. A Rich player is down. So we will be right back. You're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebels football online at mylocalradio.com, live on 98.3 KADQ.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
And now a message from the expert.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
And welcome back to a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We still do have a player down on the field. We don't know who it is yet for sure.
I think I have a good guess, but looks like it's Jordan Johnson when you see his mom and dad making their way out onto the field. And a shout out to Uintah County EMTs who are going to take good care of him.
Yes, they are. So with that, you're watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich High football on mylocalradio.com and listening live on 98.3 KADQ, and we will be right back.
Rich County, Utah is a place where your neighbors are also your friends. A community where traditions matter and every person is important. These community values translate into an excellent school system filled with caring individuals who are committed to each student and their success in the classroom, on the field, and in life. In partnership with the entire community, Rich School District empowers learners to attain excellence through citizenship, wellness, collaborative teamwork, and academic excellence.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
And welcome back to a T7 propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. And we do want to give a shout out to the Uinta County Ambulance Service for being here. Hopefully this is all just precautionary. One good thing we did have, Rob, is Eric Quinney, a good friend of mine, is the referee in this football game. He is a very good EMT, so he's right there on the field with these kids. He was right there with Coach Larson as they were looking at Jordan. They made the call to bring the ambulance out, as you can see on the camera here. They are doing everything they can, making sure that Jordan is taken care of the best they can. And, we just want to thank the ambulance service and Eric Quinney for everything they do for these communities. As an EMT myself, I've worked with Eric on a few different calls. Eric does a great job. Uinta County themselves do a great job.
And they cover a lot of territory. When you get I-80 involved, Cullen, you know you've got all sorts of different circumstances you're going to run into.
You have I-80, you have 189 going to Kemmer, the Carter cutoff. These guys they cover a lot of area, plus all of Lyman, Mountain View, proper and outside of everything. We can't see what's going on, but the fans are now clapping. So hopefully Jordan will be okay. Like I say, we still can't see what's going on. The ambulance is in the way. Oh, he is under his own power with his dad helping him off the field. So that's a great sign for Jordan Johnson and the Rich Rebels. As far as football goes, Rob, Jordan's a big loss on both sides of the ball. He's a force to move when you're trying to block him on offense, and he's been tenacious on defense for the Rebels this year. So that is a tough loss. As they get the ambulance off the field, once again, we want to thank the Uinta County Ambulance Service for all that they do.
Had his dad on his right and his mom on his left. I don't know if you could get any better support than that.
No. And such a great family that is, too. So hopefully Jordan's okay. It's good to see him walking off the field on his own power. We do have 1:40 left in this third quarter, where Mountain View leads the Rich Rebels 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. So we wish Jordan the best. As we get back to football here. The Rebels are at the line, ready to go. Still waiting on the ambulance to get completely off the field. And as I mentioned, the white hat, Eric Quinney, will blow his whistle. Start play. Hoffman in the shotgun. Three receivers left, one receiver right. Shotgun snap. He's just going to take it right up the middle. He's going to gain 1 yard before he's met by a whole host of Buffaloes. Looks like that was led by Seamus Hamilton, number 62. Hoffman under center, takes a snap, hands to Hudson Perry up the middle, where he's able to gain some ground, spins, stays on his feet, gains another couple yards, where he's going to pick up the first down, and that was third effort by Hudson Perry to get that first down.
And you notice that he's hugging that football with about everything he possibly can, Cole, because he does not want to give up that ball again.
So that's going to be first and 10 for the Rebels on the Mountain View 33. Three receivers to the left, one receiver right. Hoffman in the shotgun, takes a snap. Carter Grohl in the backfield with him, goes over, sets a block, back to pass, throws, and Daniel Smith is not quite able to hold on to that as he dives to the turf to catch that one. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 on that incompletion for the Rebels. 34 seconds left in the third quarter.
Didn't quite get his hands underneath that one.
No, he didn't.
But credit Carter Grohl, you mentioned him blocking to give Carter of the Hoffman version a little bit of time to throw that ball.
And Hoffman once again in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. Hudson Perry in the backfield with him on his right side. As he takes the snap, it's just going to run right straight up the gut where he's met by a couple Buffaloes after a gain of 1.
Boone Imoni. Number 53, I think we'll give credit to it on that one.
Alex Goodman. Meet Hoffman. So now 3rd and 9 from the 32-yard line for the Rebels. We're going to go 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hoffman in the shotgun. Perry to his left. Takes the snap. We got whistles. And that's going to be the quarter. So with that, you are watching a T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
And welcome back to this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Station on main scoreboard reads 21-0 in favor of the Mountain View Buffaloes.
Rebels have got a 30-yard run to get to the line of scrimmage.
And they've put together a decent drive here. They are 3rd down and 9 from the 33-yard line. Hoffman in the shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right, takes a snap, rolls to the left, throws deep, and that's going to be intended for Drake Weston, but it's going to fall to the turf incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Rebels from the Mountain View 33-yard line. And you've got to give credit where credit's due, Rob. This Mountain View Buffaloes defense has been pretty tough all day long.
Absolutely. 12th play of the drive, Cullen.
Hoffman brings him up to the line in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Hudson Perry to his left. He rolls to the right, turns back. He rolls to the left, turns back to the right. Little swing pass to Hudson Perry. It's just not going to quite be enough, where he gained 4 yards, but that's going to be a turnover on downs where the Mountain View Buffaloes are going to take over from their own 29-yard line. 11:46 left in this fourth quarter, 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And this Mountain View Buffalo team has just been tough.
Now, we knew coming in this was going to probably be the biggest test we were going to get of the season.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is just, they're not giving the Rebels anything. As they look to the sideline to get their play, Platts is going to be in the shotgun. Walker to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Sends 1 in motion. Fakes it to him to the left-hand side. Takes it up the middle where he's met by Easton Eborn. And looks like Drake Weston picks up about 3 for Platts. Going to bring 2nd down and 7 from the 33. Looks to the sideline to get the play.
We got whistles. I'm not sure.
Not sure what the whistle is either.
Got to take a player off. Got to know if it's equipment or an injury.
I'm guessing equipment.
Yeah, he's got blood on his uniform. Yep, that'll do it.
So as Mr. Quinney winds the clock, Platts looks to the sideline to get the play. 4 receivers to the right over here. Empty backfield for Platts. He does have a tight end to the left. And it's a little button hook pattern to Solis there on the left, where he is met as soon as he catches it by Hudson Perry. That's going to be a gain of 2. Brings it up to the 35-yard line, so that's going to be 3rd and a long 5 for the Buffaloes. They look to the sideline to get their play. Send Walker back to the backfield. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Platts in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He finds Colby Reutz cutting across the middle, where he's tackled by Daniel Smith, but not after the Buffaloes were able to pick up the first down. So they're going to be on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. 10 minutes remaining here in this 4th quarter, as the Buffaloes have put together a pretty good start to a drive here.
And he had plenty of time to get that pass complete. That took a long time to develop as he cut across the middle of the field.
Yeah, he definitely had time. Takes a snap from the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Walker up the middle, passes to number 20, Rhett Hunt, that's complete to the 47-yard line, where he's taken out of bounds by Sam Leifson. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 from the 47-yard line for the Buffaloes. 9:32 remaining. Platts takes the snap in the shotgun, hands off up the middle to Walker, who he carries a couple Rich Rebels across the 50, and that's going to have another 1st down for the Buffaloes from the 50-yard line. And I believe that was Boston Jolly, J.J. Chandler with the initial hits for the Rebels there. As the Buffaloes look to the sideline once again to get their play. I sure wish I knew what all them signs meant, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a workout. That coach, by the time he's done, I think he's ready for a nap.
Platts in the shotgun, gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff up the middle to Walker, throw to the flat to 22, Colby Reutz.
Yeah, this one's coming back, Cullen. We got a flag on that corner.
On the field. And that's a great play by Reutz. Gets it up to the, looked like about the 14-yard line, Rob. So this flag's going to hurt.
Yep, I think there was a hold on that corner because
Buffaloes.
There was a block in the back. That'll do it.
Block in the back.
And there's a block in the back penalty called against the Mountain View Buffaloes, and that play's going to come back.
You know, and as open as Reutz was in that flat, that does kind of make sense, Rob. So the play ended on the 14-yard line. The flag was thrown on the Rich Rebel 48. That's going to back up the Mountain View Buffaloes all the way back to their own 35-yard line. A 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still 1st down. 1st down and 25 for the Buffaloes. So if any time we needed pressure on Platts, now's when we need to do it. Shift the field position in the Rebels' favor as Platts sends Reutz in motion, steps back to pass, gets a little pressure, and overthrows number 12, Brendan Walker, who was wide open. And Talon Pace did get a little pressure.
Looked like he lost his feet on trying to get there.
And I know for a fact he's just excited to be playing defense. He hasn't played much defense this year, and he's wanted to. So let's see what we can do here. Sends Walker in motion, takes a snap, steps back to pass. And that's knocked away by Drake Weston. Good defensive play there by Drake as Kobe Reutz did have a step, and Drake just turned on or shifted into another gear and was able to jump in front of Reutz and knock that down. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 25 for the Buffaloes. 8:15 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as the Buffaloes look to the sideline for their play. As they get it, they line up 4 receivers to the left. They have a tight end in Landon Solis. Platts takes a snap, drops back to pass, gets a little pressure from the Rebels. And that pass is incomplete, intended for Brendan Walker, number 12 for the Buffaloes. That's going to bring up 4th down and 25. And I would think that Coach Walk's going to punt this one deep here.
It's been a while since they had to punt. I think the first quarter was the first time they punted, or the last time they punted.
In this situation, a closer ball game or more time left on the clock, I could see Coach Walk pulling out a trick play. But I really do think he's going to kick this one deep just because of the game situation. And that's number 5, Solis, back deep to kick. Drake Weston picks it up at the 24-yard line where he picks up a block by Riker Kirk. He's able to bring it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10 from their own 37. And that was a good block there by Riker Kirk to give Drake that one tackle to gain the yardage up to the 37-yard line.
Got to give a shout out to Rylan Goff, 67, Cullen on that last play. He was putting good pressure on Platts, which made him throw that one a little bit short, I believe.
So Rebels come up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hudson Perry just to the right of Carter Hoffman. They're going to run the option. Pitch to Perry to the outside. He makes 1-man miss, 2-man miss. Still on his feet. Up to the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And right here, Rob, 7:45 remaining in the game. This is just for pride. Really is, don't go home with the goose egg on the scoreboard. So they're just going to push and see what they can do and see what kind of team we have in not giving up in a game, Rob. Carter Hoffman in the shotgun takes a snap, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Loss of 1 by Landon Solis. And that was the same play we ran to the right side last play. Carter kept it this time, and Solis read it perfectly and takes Hoffman to the ground for a loss of 1. 6:54 remaining, 4th quarter. As the Rebels come up to the line, Hoffman's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. And that's Carter Grohl in the backfield with him. Hoffman to the right side. Comes back to the left, makes a couple guys miss. Gets it across midfield to the Mountain View 47-yard line where he's brought down by Isaac Linford.
Nice 6-yard run by Carter.
That's going to bring up.
I think he ran 20 to get the 6.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Rebels. And they haven't been very good on 3rd down today, Rob.
No, and that's another stat that we should be keeping, but too many.
Hoffman in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Carter Grohl in the backfield with him. Carter steps up, Throws deep. Has Sam Leifson in double coverage. That's going to fall incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 6. Oh, we have some laundry on the field, so hang on.
I think we may get a chop block. That's just my guess. We will see what the Mr. White Hat has to say.
Personal foul. Chop block on the Rebels.
I saw that happen at the beginning of the play, Cullen, and I was not going to say anything.
So that's going to back the Rebels up even further. It's going to stay 3rd down, though.
15-yard penalty?
Yeah, it's a personal foul, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That backs them all the way up to their own 38-yard line. 5:48 remaining in this game. Hoffman in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, Hudson Perry to his right, 1 receiver to his left. And he takes a snap, rolls to his right, where he's tripped up in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. And he's down. That's not good for the Rebels.
Buffaloes are bringing pressure right up the middle, and he was trying to get around that edge to get away from it.
I think he just rolled his ankle as he tried to make a cut. So he goes to the sideline. That's going to bring in JV quarterback, junior Jet Holmes. Nope, that's going to bring up sophomore quarterback, Wilkes Weston. I forget, Jet was shaken up earlier in the game also.
And Dylan Fonsbeck, number 35, out to make a punt.
4th and 23, probably a good choice even at this juncture in the game. See if you can make something happen on special teams. Fonsbeck gets the snap from his own 20, kicks it high but shanks it. That's going to take a Mountain View bounce back to the Rebel 43-yard line. It landed at the Mountain View 48. So that's only going to be a net punt of 12 yards.
Yeah, I'm not doing that math. Sorry, Colin. Only got 5 minutes left in this ball game. We'll see what the Rebel defense can do.
I've been kind of searching the sideline to see if Jordan Johnson's been up and moving around. Platt's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. And he's going to pitch it to Walker around the outside. Good block by number 22, Royts, as Walker takes it up to the Rebel 27-yard line, where he's brought down by Sam Leifson. And I think Drake Weston was in there also. But number 22 for the Buffaloes, we've said his name quite a bit today, Colby Royts, with a heck of, I mean, we've talked about Rich Rebels receivers blocking. That was a heck of a block to break Walker around that outside. Platt's in the shotgun. Walker to his left. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch, steps up, hands off to Walker, where Walker's going to gain, looks like about 2 yards up to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8, and I didn't see who made the tackle there.
I did not see that one either. I was trying to add that to my stat sheet.
Mountain View looks to the sideline to get their play.
They're not in any hurry because you watch the clock run down under 4 minutes.
And they shouldn't be in a hurry. Up 3 scores. 21-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Platts with an empty backfield. Sends Walker in motion. Fakes the handoff to him to the left. Brings it back to the right, where he is going to be met in the backfield. Breaks a couple tackles. And he takes it back to the left-hand side. Hurdles over Hudson Perry. And is ran out of bounds by Carter Grohl about the 9-yard line.
I would say that's pretty indicative of the way this game's gone, Cullen, because just when you think you've got Platts wrapped up for a loss, he's turned that into a positive.
And he is just tough to bring down. And if I remember right, Rob, didn't he move in right before the school year last year?
Can't wait to see what he's like as a senior.
Yeah, he gets to play from the sideline. He's in the shotgun. Walker to his left. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Oh, excuse me, 3 receivers right, 1 left. And he's just going to hand up the middle to Walker, who's running to that left side where he's met by a bunch of Rebels. And he's able to gain 4 yards on that carry. And there was a whole host of Rebels around him. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Buffaloes. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. Mountain View 21, Rich 0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as Platts looks to the sideline to get the play. He's got the play. He's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. That's not Walker in the backfield. That's handed off to number 23, Levi Jones, Jr., where he gains about 1. So we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 4. I didn't see who made that tackle again, Rob, did you?
I did not. It was kind of in the center of that line.
We have a line in the windows right in front of us here. Rob's doing his best to make sure the camera doesn't get it, so you guys have the best view possible. So as Platts looks to the sideline to get the play, looks like he's going to run with an empty backfield this time. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Sends Reutz in motion. He hands off. He's coming off to the right side. And they're going to say he did cross the plane of the goal line, so that's going to be a touchdown Mountain View. And that's going to be Kobe Reutz off the handoff from Platts from 4 yards out for the Mountain View Buffalo score. And I don't know why my scoreboard's messed up. And Solis with the kick. It's up and it's good. That's going to make the Station on Main scoreboard. Mountain View 28, Rich Rebels 0. And we will be right back. This is a T7 propane presentation of Rich High football on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3 FM.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
Updated, sorry. As you're watching a T7 propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. 1:45 left in this 4th quarter, where Mountain View leads 28-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And number 5, Landon Solis, kicks that one deep for the Buffaloes for a touchback. So 1:45 remaining in the 4th quarter. As I'm trying, I apologize, to get the scoreboard running.
Good news is you do have Carter Hoffman back under center, Cullen.
That is great news for the Rebels, as he's under center with Hudson Perry in the backfield. Hands off to Hudson Perry up the middle where he dances around a little bit. He's going to turn a loss into at least a couple-yard gain. So that's going to be 2nd and 8. And I apologize for the scoreboard. Oh, now it's updating. So I'll be able to update it now. 28-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard for the Mountain View Buffaloes. 2nd and 8 to go from their own 22-yard line. Hoffman takes a snap. Quick throw to Daniel Smith to that right side, and it's a little short, so that's going to come up incomplete. 1:04 left remaining in this fourth quarter.
I believe we have Carter for just 2 of 8 in the ball game. That one was just a little slow on the bounce to Daniel Smith.
And it looked like to me Carter kind of short-armed that one just a little bit, thinking he was going to get hit, I do believe. And I've stood back there in the backfield, and those hits aren't fun, Rob. You get rid of the ball, and you're still hit. So Carter breaks the huddle. He's going to have 3 receivers to the left, Hudson Perry to his left, 1 receiver to his right. He's going to pitch it to the outside to Hudson Perry. Drake Weston with a great block on the outside. Hudson Perry's going to stay in bounds up to about the 28-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Fourth and one, excuse me. He got to the 29-yard line. 40 seconds left remaining in this fourth quarter. The Rebels come up to the line. Hoffman's going to be under center. 27 seconds. They do have to run this one play, Rob. After that, it's actually game over. So, as the official just gave the signal to bump the play clock. And that is going to do it for this ball game. Once again, we do want to thank our sponsor, T7 Propane in Woodruff, for presenting this broadcast on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. And we will be right back with the postgame show.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth of this T7 Propane presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ. We are into your Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy. And with that, we're going to have the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. And with that, I'm going to bring in my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson. Rob?
Well, first thing I want to say, Cullen, is we just saw Jordan Johnson walking across congratulating the Buffaloes on the game, so it's good to see him up and moving. This one started out with a defensive struggle. It was a couple 3-and-outs before a special teams play, a reverse on the punt from the Rebels to the Buffaloes. Buffaloes run it down to the 20-yard line, and about 3 plays later, Platts found Brandon Walker in the end zone for about an 8-yard pass to put the Buffaloes on the scoreboard 7-0. Rebels turn it over on downs, and the Mountain View Buffaloes put together a 13-play drive, eats up 6 minutes on the clock. find Justice Platts with a 1-yard run to make it 14-0. And then probably the heartbreaker, second play of the Rebel drive, it was a fumble recovered by Brendan Walker, number 12, and he takes it to the house, makes it 21-0. Rebels turn it over on downs, and Mountain View runs out the clock for the end of the first half. In the third quarter, Rebels have to punt it away. Mountain View turns it over on downs, and the Rebels put together a lengthy drive of about 14 plays. Unfortunately, it dies on the 29-yard line of the Buffaloes. Mountain View turns around, and they get to their own 35 before they have to punt it away. Rich punts it in return, and Mountain View takes the last drive with a 3-yard touchdown run by Colby Royts to make it 28-0. And there's your Freaky Fast recap.
Yeah, that is your Freaky Fast, Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap of this football game, all a part of the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. And we will be right back with more of the postgame show from the broadcast booth on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football live on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 FM KADQ.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
And welcome back to a T7 Propane presentation of My Local Radio, or of Rich Rebel Football on mylocalradio.com. We are in the Independent Software Solutions postgame show, and it is time for the Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game. And with that, I'll go back to my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson.
Well, I would have to say Brendan Walker, number 12 for the Mountain View Buffaloes, with that fumble recovery from about the 20-yard line that Hudson Perry had it in his hands, dropped it, tried to pick it up, dropped it, tried to pick it up again, and couldn't grab the handle, and Brendan Walker takes it to the house to make it 21-0. And that seemed to be, not that there was a lot of momentum, but that one sure put a damper on the momentum for the Rebels.
It did, and you're exactly right, Rob. That seemed to take all the air out of the Rebels. Yes, the Rebels still fought. They fought hard, especially on defense. And not to take anything away from the offense, but that Mountain View defense was just tough to score on today. So we will be right back with more of the Independent Software Solutions postgame show on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com, 98.3 FM KADQ, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And welcome back to the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Independent Software Solutions. Let them be your IT guy in Evanston, Wyoming. And now we're going to go to the Crawford Trough player of the game. And I just got to say, honestly, as a team, the Rich Rebels fought hard. They did everything they could. But individually, I don't think anybody stood out. So I'm going to go to Rob Leifson, and we were in agreement on this, on who the player of the game is. But, Rob?
Well, first of all, shout out to the Crawford Trough because I had lunch there on Tuesday, and my chicken sandwich was perfect, not to mention the Oreo shake, by the way. But I watched part of the game from last year, and I watched some of the highlights from the Mountain View game against Green River, and I was familiar with Justice Platts, and I knew he was going to be a problem. But he did not disappoint. It seemed like every time a play was dead and that he was caught in the backfield and it was going to be a 15-yard loss, no, he broke it to the 5-yard line or stiff-armed somebody and still made a play out of it. He is no quit on 100%. I've got him for 10 of 22 for 125 yards and a touchdown, and these stats aren't perfect, but I've got him for 10 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown as well. But Justice Platts was the standout in my game today, Cullen.
He really was. And, the other one kid that I want to give a shout-out to that I thought had a great game also is number 22 for Mountain View, Colby Reutz. And he just seemed like anytime they needed a big play, Platts was doing it with his legs, or Reutz would step up with a deep catch or something like that. And Mountain View's got a heck of a 1-2-3 punch with Reutz, Platts, and Walker in the backfield. So
yeah, I was going to say Walker had a great game as well.
And that is your Crawford Trough player of the game. Stop in at the Trough, check and try one of their signature menu selections, or my favorite, their flavored ice cream cones, Rob. And we do want to thank the Crawford Trough for sponsoring the player of the game, and we will be right back on this T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Sports. And when we come back, we will have the Where Are They Now segment that we were not able to get to in the pregame show. So we will be right back.
Make your day even better by indulging in delectable, freshly prepared classics at the Crawford Trough. Come enjoy succulent cheeseburgers, rich raspberry shakes, crispy onion rings, or golden fries, and pair it all with our exclusive River Bridge soda. For another favorite, try a grilled chicken wrap or a yummy twisted ice cream cone. Make the perfect dining experience with our delightful Crawford Trough staff. Treat yourself to something delicious from the Crawford Trough in Randolph.
Woodruff Corner Store is hometown convenience. Now serving ice cream or shakes from our new soft serve machine. And remember, you can always stop in for a fountain drink with all your favorite mix-ins. Summer hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It is time for us to do our segment titled Where Are They Now?, where I bring on Rich High alumni, talk about the era of Rich High School that they were a part of, sports, culture, everything that had to do with that era. And today I am excited. I have Arby Weston. And for those of you that don't know, Arby and I, we coached together at the junior high, and I've been able to spend a lot of time with him. Great guy, great role he has played in Rich High's history, especially in Rich High football. Arby, thanks for taking some time today to chat with me about Rich High School.
Yeah, no problem.
So Arby, tell our listeners, give them a little bit of a background. What years were you at Rich High School?
Oh boy, now you're getting back in the old
Get the
days.
calendar out.
So I graduated in 98. So what, 94 to 98?
Perfect.
So,
and anyone who knows even a little bit about Rich High football history, that was a great time to be a part of things with the football team. Arby, were you a part of every three-peat team during that era?
Yeah, we won when I was a freshman, and when I was a sophomore, and when I was a junior, and then we went up to 2A when I was a senior. We still had a good team. We just didn't. We lost in the playoffs.
And if I remember right, your senior year, is that the year that Rich was put into 2A, put in classification bigger? Okay. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Tell us the story because it's one of my favorite stories, and I would love to hear it again. And many viewers may have never heard it before. So, Arby had a play that is kind of lived in infamy, which it should because it was such an awesome thing. Arby, tell us about the strip play that you had, and was that your senior year where this happened?
Yeah, so we were playing San Juan, which, they had 800 plus kids in their school. So it was a big school and they were really big and it was a tough game. And it was a defensive battle. And I think it was 6-7 was the score. So we were down by 1 point. They just barely punted the ball. We'd held them and they were punting to us. And when they punted the ball, we dropped the punt and they recovered it. So then there was only like a minute and a half left at this point. I can remember going back to the huddle and everybody were kind of like, what are we going to do? And how are we going to get the ball back? And Jerry Holmes, your uncle, he was the coach at the time. He yelled at me, got my attention from the sideline, and he said, go get it. Go get the ball. And I said, okay. I came up with a plan. I thought, well, I'm playing defensive end and they're going to try to run. They've been trying to run the other way away from me all night. So if I shoot a gap inside, they won't suspect it. So as soon as the ball was snapped, I shot the inside gap, cut right across the fullback's face and hit the running back who at the time, he had a full ride scholarship to go to University of Utah, and he was the 100 meter and the 200 meter champion for 2 years in a row. So he was really fast. And the only way I could get a hold of him, I thought, was just to surprise him. So I just cut across inside gap and cut across the fullback's face and hit him. And I slapped the ball as soon as I hit him, and I felt it move, and I just grabbed a hold of it. It came right out, and I started running the other way. And unfortunately, I was tackled before I could score, but I did get the ball down to like the 10 or 15 yard line before they got me out of bounds.
Weren't you injured on that play as well?
I torn my ACL in the second game of the season against Kemmer, and I think this was like the 5th or 6th game. And so
wow,
I had a knee brace on, and it was taped up, but it still hurt, and it was still giving me trouble. And sheer grit and determination, I got the ball back and
well,
gave us a chance.
Goosebumps every time I hear that story. So quick summary: Rich High during a great era. Arby was part of a team that had a big challenge, much bigger school playing. Jerry Holmes asks him to get the ball back for him, and with a torn ACL, he goes and takes from the best player on the other side, takes it down the sideline with one knee functioning. I mean, that is grit to its finest. If that doesn't get your blood flowing for the game that is today, and like I said, I get goosebumps every time, Arby. So thanks for sharing that story. I love it. That is the epitome of early Rich High football, and I never get sick of these stories. So, Arby, quickly give us a recap of what you have going on in your life right now, where you're living, what you're doing, how your family's doing.
Yeah, so we're doing well. I live here in Randolph, out on the ranch. I can't think of when I started there, but it's been a while. I got my family lives out there, and we just work the ranch and try to stay involved in the community and do all the things we need to do.
And your wife, Nancy, she's a nurse practitioner practicing in Randolph, correct?
Yeah, she just started her practice this year here in town. So that's been keeping her busy and been an adjustment for us, but it's been good too. I think it's something that will benefit the community, and so they don't have to travel as far to go to their health care needs taken care of.
No, it's a great thing. And just a quick plug for Nancy. Yeah, she's just there, right? I joined with Crawford Trough, great provider in our community now. And Arby, from the booth, we've been calling your son Wilkes' name, and I know that we will be doing so again today against Mountain View. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your example to the community and all you've done for Rich High. And so thanks, Arby. Thanks for taking time. I know you're a busy guy, so appreciate you, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, welcome back into the broadcast booth. We are in the Independence postgame show. Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy. Real quick recap, Mountain View handled the Rebels pretty easily today, 28-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And we are going to go back to Rob Leifson for our Woodruff Country Corner calendar update.
Well, kudos to anybody that's still listening to Cullen and I at this point. But tomorrow you do get a volleyball broadcast. Cullen and Bradley will be in Wendover as the Lady Rebels take on the Wendover Wildcats. And I have not heard an update from today's volleyball. So if somebody wants to do that for us in the future, we'd sure appreciate that. And then next week, nothing going on at Rich High, Cullen, except homecoming, which means total chaos. So picture day on Monday, and then Tuesday you've got a powder puff game and some water fun going on. Wednesday you've got the volley buff game, and the car bash is about 6:30 and the bonfire at 7:15. Then Thursday you have a fun dress-up day as the freshmen will dress up as babies, the sophomores as toddlers, the juniors as adults, and the seniors as grandparents. And then Friday you get the homecoming parade at 10 o'clock, and the program following that, we have a volleyball game at home with Wendover at 2 and 3:15, and the football game, JV at 1, varsity game against the North Sevier is at 4 o'clock, and that will be your homecoming game. And then on Saturday, the girls travel to Manila for volleyball, and the cross-country team goes to the Border Wars down in Taylorsville, and you get the homecoming dance that night from 8:30 to 10:30. Not a lot going on there next week, Cullen.
No, definitely. It's going to be a quiet week. I am looking forward to seeing how the Rebels respond after losing today to the Mountain View Buffaloes against a bigger North Sevier school. That'll be interesting to see. And that is your Woodruff Country Corner calendar update, all a part of the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. And with that, I do believe we will say goodbye, Rob. And for my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson, I'm Cullen Pace, and thank you guys for listening. We do appreciate it, and we want to thank all our sponsors again. And this has been a T7 Propane presentation of Rich High Football on mylocalradio.com and 98.3 KADQ FM, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. And until tomorrow in Wendover, everyone drive safe and take care. Thank you. Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.